Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. It is Sat Chat time. We're rolling. All right, that's good. How's your week been? It is Easter weekend, I guess all over the world. That's not an American-only holiday. That's everywhere. Well, not everywhere. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get letters. It's in some parts of the world, or some people celebrate it all over the world. I don't know. Hope your Easter bunny comes and gives you some treats. Oh my gosh, I haven't even done Easter baskets yet. This week, every day has felt like a Monday. Every day. Because like Mondays are, well, I mean, I'm always here. I'm always home, which means I'm always at work, which means I'm always working. So what is a day? I don't even know. We're in a pandemic. Do days even have meaning anymore? We're over a year in and I'm still like baffled all the time. So yeah, every day has felt like a Monday, and usually Mondays are kind of like a busier computer day for me because I'm catching up from stuff all over the weekend. I just end up having to do a lot of stuff on the computer on Mondays, and I feel like that's been like every day this week, and yet I don't feel like I've accomplished anything. I feel like I've just been like kind of treading water all week, and then when I do try to do something creative, it just is crap. So that's been my week. How was your week? Oh, I get a laugh about it. I am just, it's gotten cold again, and I think that really, winter is bad for my mental health, and when the weather, when you start to feel spring, it starts to get a little warm, even the rain I can deal with, but then when the temperatures drop again, it's just so demoralizing. It's like, aren't we done with this? Can't we be done with winter, finally? It's April, can we just be done with winter? So this morning, because I wash my hair on Fridays. I know, I'm like somebody from the 50s, right? I'm washing my hair, sorry, can't go out today. Can't go out, we're in a pandemic, and I'm washing my hair, double zinger. And so I don't like to walk outside in the Arctic tundra that is Maine in April after I've washed my hair. So so I walked the dog first thing this morning, and it was cold and it was windy. It was like, I don't know, 25 degrees, windy. So we only walked a mile, and so that, that just sets the tone, doesn't it? It just sets the tone. Oh my gosh, have I just been complaining? You guys come here for a bit of lightness and lightness and hope. I'm so sorry. Gosh, you probably should just go watch something else. Go watch a Dollar Tree haul on some other channel. You'll enjoy yourself more. So anyway, so then I got my hair cut this week, and which is good because then I don't have to fix it. All I have to do is wash it and throw some gel or mousse in it and just let it do its thing, and that is good. So I'm happy about that because I didn't have to curl my hair. And I'm telling you guys, this week I'm just giving my some. There's no giving my all this week. This is just, I'm giving my some. But actually that's my all. That's all I can give this week is just my some, because I just feel like I am done. I'm done with the pandemic. I am done with these four walls. I'm done with winter. I have had it with everything. I'm sick of being pale. I am tired of dark hair. I want to be tan. I want to be blonde, and I want to be out in the sun. I am just done with all of this winter pandemicness that we have all been enduring. And I know I don't have it that bad. I don't have it bad at all. I'm just complaining. I'm just whining. Seriously, I'm just a whiner. But I'm sorry. That's how it is today, I guess. Oh, and just everything that I've tried to film this week has just been junk. I've just been disappointed in every single thing I've made this week, except for one thing that I liked, but I didn't film it because I was just playing around, and it was this. Actually, I was just kind of playing with some Holbein color pencils, and I drew this crocodile eye, and I didn't film it because who the heck would want to see a tutorial of a crocodile eye? But it's been like the most inspired thing that I've done all week. So that's just kind of, I don't know. It's making me feel very depressed. And I've kind of like jumped from project to project. I don't feel like I've like, I don't know. I don't feel like anything has been fruitful this week. It's just one of those weeks. Are you guys having a week like that? Have you had weeks like that? We probably all have. This is just, I miss going to restaurants, and I miss seeing friends and all of that. But vaccines will be opening up, I guess, on the 7th. They've moved it up. I guess not as many people wanted to get it as they thought would from the 50 and older group, so they're opening it up to 16 and over on the 7th. So hopefully that'll change things. Except I don't know. I'm just disillusioned. I don't think it's gonna change things. I just think we're forever gonna be in a pandemic. It just feels like that, doesn't it? I just want to lay in the sun I just want to be warm. I just want to be tan. Is that too much to ask? I'm tired of like my highlighter being my foundation color, you know, it's just... So sorry, that's not the Sat Chat you came to know and love. Have I done anything this week? Everything that I think I've posted this week was recorded in advance, so I don't know. I don't even know what I've posted this week. Isn't that sad? I did crayon. Oh yeah, my dystopian crayon sunset. So yeah, I was having a rough day and I posted. I decided I'm gonna color. I'm gonna use crayons, and I did this. That video's up. That was actually pretty fun. But then the bad thing about this is that it made me want to get like good crayons. It made me want to get the Neocolor 1 Caran d'Ache crayons. And I never really had the urge for those before. But I'm thinking, geez, this was kind of fun just using like Crayolas. Maybe if I had some fancy crayons, I could do something really nice. So yeah, I keep looking. I've been like looking at all the stores. Actually, you know, not many places sell the Neo ones. The only places I could find them were Blick, which I do a lot of shopping at Blick. Jerry's didn't have the Neo ones, they only had the Neo 2s. I know the Neo 2s are way more popular. I do like those a lot. I have a full set of those. I've been using them for like 2 decades. Those are fantastic. But I'm just kind of thinking, geez, I think I would like to have some Neocolor 1s. I think there would be something very different. Then today, I already put my sketchbook away, the one I was working in. Today, I realized, you know, well, see, what I was doing was I had filmed a comparison on oil pastels. So, okay, so I got to backtrack a little bit. In this whole, like, I've just been, like, feeling kind of, like, agitated and restless and unsettled. Maybe it's cabin fever, maybe it's pandemic, maybe it's quarantine, I don't know. But I've been feeling just very like unsettled and squirrely, I guess. And so I'm like, you know, I need to clear out my cubby here. So in my cubby, I've got stuff I use all the time, but then I also have a cube that's all things that need to be reviewed. Either things that I purchased to review or things that, that I've been sent by companies to review. Because sometimes well, actually daily, different companies will reach out and say, would you like to review this? Would you like to review that? And I usually say no, unless it's something that independently I've heard viewers ask for. So I don't want to say this because I don't want like brands to be like, you know, having people email me, ooh, would you try this brand? Would you have that brand? So if independently I've heard people ask me to review a certain product, like this actually right here is when I was working on, I had some people asking me to review independently, a couple different people asked to review the Artistro watercolor set, and I think it's because the tin is cute and people like those cute tins, the cute packaging. And it was funny because like over a couple of weeks I had probably 3 people ask, so it wasn't enough that I would be like, I would go and look for it. It was kind of like, okay, once I hear a couple people mention it, I'm like, okay, I need to keep my eyes open for this. I need to pay attention to this product because people are asking. So a couple people asked, and then that company had reached out to me and asked if there was anything I'd like to review. And I said, well, a couple people had asked about the watercolors. So, you know, if you want to send those for review, I'm kind of behind, but you know, I'll get to it when I get to it. And so they sent those over very kindly, and I was working on that. And then I'm like, I kind of wonder if I'm doing my reviews wrong. And I'm kind of thinking, I also get asked to review like higher end stuff that I really love that I've never reviewed because I've just always used it, you know, and I've used it in tutorials, but like things like the Neocolor 2 crayons, I've used them in tutorials, I've had them for decades. I've never reviewed them. The, M-gram watercolors, or a lot of the artist quality watercolors I had before I started doing YouTube. I just never thought to review them because they weren't new to me when I was doing the YouTube videos, and like lots of different things like that. Schminke pastels and a lot of favorites I've never reviewed. I also think that I might be kind of biased to those products because I've always used them and always loved them, and they are more expensive, and they are, you know, I put a lot of consideration in before I bought them because they were expensive, so I wonder like how fair would my review be a little too biased in favor of them? I don't know. So but then I was also thinking that, yeah, I kind of ought to review those too and kind of put those in the spotlight because they're fabulous products, you know. They're not something you're going to find on Amazon cheap, you know. They are something that you are going to save up for. So it's not as exciting, you know. I think people like to see the cheaper things reviewed to see if any of those are going to meet their needs because, you know, it's a lot easier to drop 20 or 30 bucks on something than, you know, a couple $100. I totally get that. So, but anyways, a lot of reviews I'm seeing on YouTube that are doing well are kind of like just unboxing and first impressions. And I'm thinking maybe I should just do that, you know, especially where I've gotten a stack of backlog. Maybe I should just do the unboxing. Maybe that's what people want. But so I tried that this week. I actually tried it with those watercolors, and I'm like I can't tell you what I think about this. I don't know what I think about this yet. And plus I'm in kind of a weird mood, so I can't trust my opinions at this time. And oh, by the way, we're still looking for a vehicle. So that's kind of also been like festering in the back of my mind, not letting me have any sort of peace, because, you know, I feel like I'm all out of decisions. Like the last couple nights for dinner, I'm just like, you know, I don't have any idea. Why do I have to decide what's for dinner? I don't know. I don't know what we should have for dinner. Let me live my life. You know, just kind of like so dramatic. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what to make for dinner. I am out of decisions. I am out. Do you guys, decision fatigue, it is a real thing. Last weekend, I went through my closet and my dresser drawers. We have like it's weird. The way the house is set up is strange, because we don't have an office. Before we used to have an office, and that's where I filmed in the winter, and that's where our computer station was. So it was very, like all the business stuff happened in there, and then down here in the other craft space. So now we have, this is my filming room for the winter because it's heated. And then the other space I use for big messy projects. I use it a lot in the summer because I actually like being able to spread out in that space. And I store everything in there, and I only try to keep stuff in here that I'm like, it's kind of on deck to be used. So that the cubby of things I need to review, and then just my everyday stuff I use all the time. And then I just kind of go in, I kind of go over there for inventory. I pull what I need for a project and I bring it in here, do my project, then I put it all away where it goes. So that way everything's always organized. So where was I going with this? Oh my gosh, I have no idea. So anyway, now I think I do. Okay, so I have this filming area, and then I have that filming area plus storage area and, you know, project prep area. But all of the business stuff, like the printer, the editing computer, all of that's upstairs in the bedroom, which is the addition, which will be my studio when the kids move out, because it's this big, beautifully windowed area. So the printer, our printer lives on top of my dresser, and I had these like cubbies on the top, like letter sorter, kind of, oh, I don't have one in here, letter sorters with like all printer papers and photo papers and stuff like that. And I'm like, I am so sick of looking at that. And so I went through my dresser. I got rid of so much stuff that I actually emptied a full big drawer, and I'm like, I am putting all of the papers in that drawer because I'm sick of looking at them. So I put the papers in there, and like our computer's kind of like in a nook on one end of our bedroom. So it's so weird. It's like, so it's like the business just takes over your house when you work from home. I'm sure a lot of you guys are feeling the same situation because you may have been, your office may have had to close for the pandemic, and so you're working from home. It's just weird. I just feel so adrift at the moment. I've been writing down ideas like for videos and stuff, and then none of them are sparking joy. None of them are like, oh yeah, I can't wait to do that. Or I get so many ideas, I don't know what one to pick. I don't know. And yet the oil painting class that I've set to finish, still I haven't made any progress on it. It's like the stuff is sitting in another bin. Because it's such a big thing, it's easier to do all these little things than to just kind of pick away at the big thing. Because if I pick away at the big thing, I've got to have to set up, for filming classes, I set up this room differently. I hang a big blanket around to help improve the sound quality, and then I clear it off, and I'm just working on that class for the few weeks it takes me to film it. So I need to have other areas set up for like my other filming and whatnot. And then I think, I'm putting out a lot of YouTube content, which you're probably thinking, why are you putting out so many YouTube videos if you have other things to do? I think it's procrastinating. I think that I do a lot of these YouTube videos just to procrastinate other things. Or to avoid dealing with other things like picking a car or dinner or figuring out what to make for dinner. I don't know, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Oh gosh, 14 minutes. I don't feel like I really have much to say this week. I did a live stream yesterday. The mobile live streaming thing actually works pretty good. And then I've said it before. I have a hard time dealing with criticism. I don't take criticism well, and I was feeling really good about the live stream. Like, oh, this is going really well. Everything's good. Then somebody says, I don't like live streams, and I know they don't mean it like to be mean or anything, but it's just kind of like, what do you people want from me? It's like, I post a short video. I don't like short videos. Post a long video. I don't like long videos. And it's just like, oh, why? It's free. You can see how long it is before you click play. Why? And it's so funny because I don't even look at thumbs down anymore, but then someone will comment like, how does this video have so many thumbs down? It's like, well, I didn't even notice that till you pointed it out. Thanks a lot. I didn't even know how many thumbs downs there were till you pointed it out. I just stopped looking. I probably should not be on YouTube. I don't think I have the right temperament for it sometimes. I get very annoyed at criticism, and I probably should have a much thicker skin or a much, I don't know, I guess I shouldn't pay attention to it, but it's really hard not to. It really is. I don't know any YouTuber that doesn't pay attention to the negative comments. I don't know a single one. Maybe it's because I mostly know like female crafty and artsy YouTubers, and we're all maybe a sensitive bunch. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just not feeling it. I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of it all this week. I wish I had something new to report. Oh, I kind of do actually. So, the want monster has also been like raging this week. The want monster has been raging, and it jumps from thing to thing that it wants. So, oh yes, it does not just want one thing. I wish it would want a freaking car so I can make a decision. But and if you're wondering why we have to get a car, it's because of all the teenage drivers. Which it's wonderful that it's a double-edged sword. It's wonderful that as your teens get their license, because one of my daughters got their license. I have a son who's 18, and I've got twin 16-year-old girls. And so the nice thing about one of the twins getting their license is that they both do the same sport, so they can transport each other. There's a lot less running around for me and Jason, and that's good. And honestly, for the longest time, we have multiple cars sitting in the driveway or in the garage, not doing anything, because Jason and I both work from home most of the time. Jason does go in to town one day a week, and he does work at his old job that he used to work full time. He does some part-time stuff there, but that's only one day a week. And so for the most part, we've got cars sitting in the yard all the time, sitting in the yard. We got a car sitting in the yard all the time. I'm from Maine. How you doing? And so it just seems foolish to get 2 new cars. And so we're figured kind of let the girls use our cars, and we'll get something to share. And we are on vastly different pages on what we want to get. I don't have a strong preference. We were going to get like some sort of like SUV crossover thing. And I've come to realize that the only difference between a minivan and an SUV is the price and poor fuel economy. Because honestly, it's about the same otherwise. And it's just like, I just see 20 miles to the gallon, and it just kind of like, Mother Earth weeps, man. I'm just like, I just don't want to contribute to that. But then again, we also have kayaks, and it's, you kind of need a vehicle that can deal with that. You can't throw a kayak in the back of a Prius. We do have a friend that's selling a Prius that I'm kind of thinking, we know the owner, we know there's nothing wrong with it, the devil type thing, versus, going to a dealership and getting, I don't know, bamboozled by some slimy, I don't want to paint used car salespeople in a bad light. I'm sure there are very honorable used car salespeople out there, but, you just don't want to get some lemon that's going to, nickel and dime you or fall apart or not be reliable. So, I would be leaning towards the used Prius that my friend is selling, because, they're buying a new Prius. They like the car. They say the car's been really good. So that's kind of what I was thinking, but then it's like, I can't throw kayak on a Prius. I can't. And usually I go kayaking by myself. We have 2 kayaks and a paddleboard. I've actually switched to paddleboarding more than kayaking. As long as the weather's warm enough, and I wouldn't want to paddleboard this time of year when the ice is just out, because you'll freeze to death. If you fell in the water, you'll have a heart attack. But a kayak you can kind of cope with. But I'm usually going by myself, and I can put the kayak in my Sienna minivan. I can actually, I can arrange a seat so I can fit the kayak in kitty corner like the tip of it is like in the front seat practically, but I can get that sucker in there and I can go kayaking. Or the truck, I can actually fit 2 kayaks and paddleboard in the truck if I do have people that want to go with me. So I mean, for that matter, I could just say tell the kids to take the Prius and I could take, you know, the truck. And not that I necessarily feel like I am required to give my children cars, but we live in Maine and everything is so far away from everything else that you kind of need a vehicle. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a mess. What can I say? So I'm just having a week. How about you? So, you know, there's this thing in Girl Scouts where you say, okay, what was the bud, what was the rose, what was the bud, and what was the thorn of your week? And so I don't feel like I have a rose. That's so sad. I don't feel, what is my rose? My haircut. I got a haircut. That's my rose. I don't have to curl my hair anymore. I can just wash and go. That's the rose. The bud is the crocodile eye. And the thorn is every freaking thing else. Can I just say that? Everything else is a thorn. Nobody wants to play ping pong with me. I'm just sad. I'm going to go eat worms. Except I can't eat worms because I'm a vegetarian. What is life? This is like the most depressing sat chat. I am so very sorry that you have to endure this, but I don't have it in me to record it again, friends. I'm giving my some, which is actually my all this week. Gosh, haven't I done something this week that's worth talking about? Oh, I made some okay. I made some Easter cards. It's Friday, and they're still here. So let's just say I am ahead for next Easter because these are not getting mailed out and to their recipients. Would you like to see them? There's a video. It's short. If you like that sort of thing. If you don't like short videos, that's not the video for you. So I had these stamps, and unfortunately they're discontinued. This was kind of a using up my old crap type card, which I feel like a lot of my most enjoyable projects are me using up old crap because I'm just like in this purging mode, I think, but I also want to use it up and enjoy it before I completely purge it. So yeah, so I made some Easter cards. Did not send the Easter cards. Easter cards will go out next year, or Easter cards will go into the shop early enough for me to sell them next year if the shop will still have me. So that video's up. We're still waiting for oh, yes, things are annoying. The chipboard video, the almost 2-hour long, like, ways to use chipboard video that I want to premiere so I can hang out and have an enjoyable couple hours with everybody, just chatting on YouTube, it still is not processed. It has been over 2 weeks. It was uploaded on the 15th and YouTube support has been absolutely no help. And it's still freezing, but I don't want to delete it and re-upload it because then I'm back at the end of the line. It takes time, and this is the longest one has ever taken, and it's so frustrating. I am so frustrated. I think maybe it's just a combination of cabin fever, being so over the pandemic, wanting to go out and see people. I've got a friend in town, but you know, none of us are vaccinated, so we can't get together. We're gonna do a Zoom craft night tonight, which will be fun. It'll be good. I'll be so glad to see everybody, but it's just not the same. It's not the same as like sitting around a table and, you know, cutting actual paper with your friends and sharing supplies and all of that stuff we used to do in the before times. It's just not the same. And I'm being just irritated by every little thing, I feel like, you know. I couldn't find a pair of earrings I want to wear. I actually got rid of like half of my jewelry. I got rid of like 2.5 big black like contractor trash bags full of clothes. I wear the same thing all the time. Why do I have all these clothes? It's because when my kids are getting rid of stuff, I always go through it, and this was my son's sweatshirt, I think. I'm wearing a pair of like jeans my sister got rid of. Seriously, I hate shopping for clothes. Oh my god. Oh, and I'm like, you know, snotting all over myself. Oh, how gross. Oh my gosh. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I'm a mess, people. I'm a mess. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't have boogers hanging on my nose. It's so gross. Oh my god, it's so gross. So anyway, we're having a crafty Zoom tonight, and I gotta change my attitude because I do not want to bring my friends down. Or they won't Zoom with me anymore. I won't have anyone to play ping pong or to Zoom with me or to kayak with me anymore. I'm just a sad, sorry person who doesn't have a vehicle. Well, I have a vehicle, I just gotta share it with teenagers. What is life? What is life, friends? I don't know. So anyway, with the live stream, I think it went pretty well. It was longer than I expected because when I drew the apples in the plastic bag, that's what the subject was, it took me an hour. I know because I filmed it. And when I'm talking and I'm instructing while I'm drawing, it takes me so much longer than when I'm just doing it. And I know I should probably just create some art, and that's what my husband says, you know, just make something for you. Make something that you enjoy, that you're not filming. But it almost feels like it's a waste, you know, which is, I would never tell somebody else that that's a waste. I'd say, no, you should totally do it. But it feels like it's a waste when I do something and it comes out good and I didn't film it, because then I just wasted that opportunity to earn a living. And I don't know, it's so hard to separate when you do what you love for work. And I can't, gosh, I'm complaining about this. What is wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why am I complaining about this? I shouldn't be complaining about this. But when you do what you love for work, you work all the time. And it's really hard to draw that line between, is this fun? Is this work? My fun art desk has been used for taxes. It's been used to pay bills. It's been used for work. I have not done any fun art on my fun art desk since last summer, because it's right, you know, because I'd go outside where it's warm, I'd drag my stuff out to the balcony and I would work out there, which was awesome, but it's too cold for that. Maybe I'm just got cabin fever. I don't know. Man, the most depressing sat chat ever. So yeah, the want monster has been like, I think it's just because I'm looking for something to spark. I just feel so dull that I'm looking for that sparkle anywhere I can find it. And so I've been like trolling Amazon looking for something fun. I've been trolling Blick looking for something fun. I actually did put in an order at Blick because it's warm enough to order that acrylic paint that I needed. And I got an email from them saying that I had ordered some Derwent Lightfast pencils to fill out my stash, and 4 were back ordered, and I was fine waiting, but like they'd been back ordered for so long that they just said that they were canceling the order and that you could reorder them if you want. They apologized for it being back ordered, and they gave me a gift card for $5. So I went back, I'm like, well, I got $5. I'm reordering those dang pencils because I want them and I want to buy them on sale because they were on sale for $2.05. They still are, as far as I know. And I love the Lightfast line, and it's just nice to have a set of pencils that you know will not fade if you want to do something that you want to hang up. I don't typically sell my work. I've never been able to make a living selling my artwork, but that's the dream right there. You know, you just paint whatever you want and people pay you a lot of money for it. That's the dream. I do not know anybody living that dream, but that is the dream for all of us artists. But anyway, so I reordered the pencils, I ordered the white paint that I needed, and I ordered, I like the open acrylics by Golden, so I ordered the traditional colors. I had the little modern set of 5 small tubes, so I ordered the set of traditional colors because there was like a yellow ochre and a burnt sienna and an ultramarine and another white, because I used up all my white in that line, and that's it's a special paint that I enjoy. And I typically don't enjoy painting with acrylics, but I really like the open acrylics by Golden. That's not really a big sparkle purchase, but it is kind of like, I think that'll be fun to paint with. Kind of more utilitarian purchase, but, and then like the prices of colored pencils have like dropped, but it's like, do I want more budget colored pencils? Prismacolors, I was thinking about buying a backup, but I just busted into my backup over there because I had used up everything just down to nubs in my old set. So I don't really need another set, but I don't know. So I resisted, and I don't know. I'm just feeling blah. How are you feeling this week? I hope you have a good Easter. I hope I have a good Easter. Oh my gosh, I gotta get on the stick. I haven't even texted my sister to see if we're having Easter dinner. They're part of the bubble, so I'm not like breaking CDC anything. It's just a drag, man. Everything, it just feels like a drag. I'm so sorry to be a drag. Oh my gosh. I should probably not post this, but I'm gonna because it's Sat Chat, and we gotta be honest on Sat Chat, right? Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it or if you feel sorry for me. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.